Hey, what's going on, good peeps? This your man Chris Thorns. You know what this is. This is another news story. So let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We know you watch my content, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I have another story that I want to bring to you that one of my followers has sent to me, and this is something similar to the one I just did this past weekend. Okay, guys, we're gonna be talking about a young child by the name of Damari Carter. Okay, this story comes out of Philadelphia, and Damari Carter is 4 years old. He is 4 years old. The two individuals who you see going across on my screen is his mother, Dominique Bailey, who is 28 years old, and her boyfriend, who is Kevin Spencer, 30 years old. And you're going to see another picture that scroll by. It's going to be with him and his dad. I can't remember what the dad name is right now, but you know the players up in this, I know their name for sure. Damari Carter is 4 years old. Now, what is going on with this story right here out of Philadelphia? Well, his body is missing. Okay, his body is missing. So when I say his body missing, the boy is deceased according to the information I gathered. Okay, here's what's going on. The mother tells the family that Damari was hit and struck by a car. Okay, they say he was hit and struck by a car. An investigation began on the 30th of December of last year, and they found no evidence that he was ever struck by a car. But however, they do believe he was beaten, and they believe Dominique Bailey, his mother, and her boyfriend had something to do with it. So to give you a little bit of meat and potatoes of it, before I'm looking at it right now, the body of 4-year-old Damari Carter remains missing. His mother, Dominique Bailey, and her boyfriend, Kevin Spencer, are charged with his murder. This story that I'm looking at came out yesterday. At least this article came out yesterday. And it says as follows. A young boy's body remained missing after his mother and her boyfriend were both charged in his murder. Dominique Bailey, 28 years old, is charged with murder, endangering the welfare of a child, false reports, abuse of courts, and other related offenses. Kevin Spencer, 30 years old, is charged with murder, criminal conspiracy, endangering the welfare of a child, false reports, tampering with evidence, abuse of courts, and related offenses. The investigation began December 30th of 2023. After Special Victims Unit received a report that 4-year-old Damari Carter had gone missing in West Philadelphia. Whoa, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call come in, but let's get back into it. Okay, again, the investigation began on December 30th of last year. The Special Victims Unit received a report that Damari had gone missing in West Philadelphia. Officials said Damari's mother, Dominique Bailey, had told her family member that her son had been struck and killed by a car. Investigators didn't find any evidence supporting the claim. However, on January the 4th this year, investigators found Bailey and brought her in for questioning. The next day, Bailey told police she was involved in her son's death, according to investigators. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into some clips. And let you hear the clips. Starting with this one.
Yeah, Tracy, an absolutely heartbreaking story. So police, as you said, are still looking for the 4-year-old's body, but they did arrest his mother and her boyfriend and charge them with murder since they do believe he is dead. Meanwhile, family members say the last time that they have seen or heard from him was back in November.
Everybody is on high alert. Like, our bodies just cannot wind down. until we find this baby.
The search for 4-year-old Damari Carter's body continues. Police focusing part of their investigation on Reno Street in West Philly. That's where we're told the 4-year-old and his mother were living since late November. The DA's office saying today they believe the child was beaten to death shortly after that.
Based on what we know now, it happened probably the earlier part of December.
Police sharing these arrest photos of Carter's mother, identified as 28-year-old Dominique Bailey, and her boyfriend, 30-year-old Kevin Spencer. The pair facing charges that include murder, endangering the welfare of a child, and abuse of corpse, among others.
That's what the police report was saying that she said, is that he had a swelled head and 2 black eyes. I guess that's how she came about, was saying he was beaten on, he was being abused.
A neighbor on Reno Street who didn't want to go on camera told me today they had reported the family to the Department of Human Services, but didn't see a response. DHS telling us in a statement, "We offer our sincere condolences to the family on this tragic loss. Due to the state confidentiality laws, DHS cannot comment whether or not a family has any current or past DHS involvement." Meanwhile, the district attorney's office saying today that as of right now, they aren't looking into any other family members for charging them or looking into charging them for anything that has to do with this murder. I'll send it back to you. I'm Miguel Martinez-Valle, NBC 10 News.
Hopefully they'll find the boy's body soon. Miguel, thank you.
They searching for any other family members that may be involved in the situation. Sorry about that earlier. I forgot to put the video up, but we're gonna play some more videos, so you really didn't miss anything. So hopefully y'all heard everything. But far as video wise, you really didn't miss too much nothing. But I still do apologize for messing it up. Okay, so we heard that, but now they saying the boy been missing since November. That's kind of wild right there. Since November, nobody ain't seen them. Yeah, I think my red flags would probably been went up or whatnot. Not saying theirs didn't, but theirs probably did. But November up to now, that's almost 2 months. If it ain't 2 months, depending on what time in November they talking about. Okay, then you heard them say that a neighbor had called CPS on. Look, here's my thing about that. A lot of people, it's against people calling CPS on people. I'm like this, man. And like I always say, if you're doing it maliciously, I'm against that. If you're doing it because you don't like somebody, all right, I'm against that. But if you're really seeing that these children are in danger, all right, I would rather hear someone call CPS versus then constantly seeing the child or the children in danger and don't do nothing at all. Because my thing it is, you may have been the person to save the child if they are in danger. Okay? So that's my take on that. 1, you doing it maliciously. I'm not cool with that. But 2, if you really see that they aren't safe and they living in poor conditions and they may in danger, I'm with that. Okay? But at the same time, we know how things go on with CPS. Know what I'm saying? It could be a booger bear. Dealing with these folks a lot of times, with all the fuck shit going on. Just did a story not too long ago of a lady who's a former caseworker, one doing her job, getting all the money and all that stuff, fucking off the money, doing everything, but was not making any visits. She wasn't making any visits and was writing reimbursements and all this stuff, expenses and everything, but she wasn't not making any visits. And ended up getting 99 charges. Okay, now assholes like that, they do not need to be a caseworker. So kudos for her getting caught. So it could kind of go hand in hand with this dealing with this social worker stuff or the CPS stuff. Now again, I'm not saying all caseworkers are bad, because I don't believe all caseworkers are bad. But then I was just talking about right there, that woman didn't do shit. Okay, so they're just crazy right there. All right, so okay, this is sad because I always speak on that a lot. Why women let men come into their life, all right, knowing they got children, and they get so gung-ho and so stuck on these men that they don't even give a damn about their child no more, all right? And that's crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I read some more information where he's supposed to be somewhat non-verbal or whatnot. So if that's the case, then that makes this story even worse. What happened to him? Okay, so guys, what I want to do right now is his father has spoke out, and here's what he had to say.
What hurt my heart is when I tried to get in touch with him on his birthday.
That day was November 25th. Daryl Carter says he never heard from the mother of his 4-year-old son, Damari Carter, from that day forward. Late last week, Philadelphia police found the mother, Dominique Bailey, charging her for the murder of Damari, who police believe is dead. Police also arrested and charged a man named Kevin Spencer, who family says is Bailey's boyfriend.
You know, I was happy that they found her. But then I was surprised that it was this other guy. I have no idea who this guy is, never met him before.
Carter explained he and Bailey were together for nearly 6 years. They'd met in Texas, but they split last year. She and Damari stayed in Texas for a while, but he says Bailey moved back home to West Philly, taking Damari with her.
Now this hit me and I don't have any money to like really just, take a flight, and hurry my way to Philadelphia. I just couldn't do it.
Last November, family said Bailey claimed a car hit and killed Damari, but there were no reports of this happening.
We were holding out hope that maybe it was a big misunderstanding.
Their cousin, Aiyana Parrish, says family got police involved, and their investigation led them to the 3800 block of Reno Street, where they took Spencer into custody. Relatives and close friends fear Damari was beaten to death.
That's what the police report was saying that she said, is that he had a swelled head and 2 black eyes. I guess that's how she came about, was saying he was beaten on, he was being abused.
As of Sunday night, police were still looking for the boy's body.
Until we find Damari and put him to rest, everybody is on high alert. Like, our bodies just cannot wind down until we find this baby.
Leah Uko, NBC 10 News.
Wow, man, that's just crazy, man. And hearing today, wow, they just, you just can't make this stuff up, man. This stuff sad day in and day out. It's the same stuff, but just a different day. And I'll tell you, just similar to the story that I just did a few days ago. Okay? So, you heard the dad, or a little ahead we heard. Hopefully I can find a full interview of the dad somewhere, because the interviews like that, I think we need to hear the whole thing. Whatnot, or y'all know me, I may be able to find the dad and get an interview with him myself. We'll just see what happens with that, okay? So upon, do my other research or whatnot, I had ran across another article. Again, she said the child was hit by a car. All right? And I'm reading this from People. And it reads as follows. Days after Thanksgiving, on his 4th birthday, Damari Carter's mother moved him out of her father's apartment in Philadelphia, and then with her new boyfriend. Oh, Jesus Christ! You moved this boy in with your boy. Oh, golly, ladies, y'all have to do better. All right, y'all got to do better. Y'all have to be careful, man. Who y'all doing this stuff with, man? Everybody ain't got good intentions for you. They don't, ladies. Y'all got to stop that. Y'all really do. Y'all really do. Seriously. Y'all got to stop that, man. Anyway, 12 days later, a downstairs neighbor heard Damari screaming as the little boy was allegedly beaten on December the 7th. Staff Inspector Ernest Ransom of the Philadelphia Police Department tells People that was the last time anyone reports hearing Damari alive, according to Ransom. Sorry. Damari was so sweet, his cousin, Aiyana Parrish, says in an interview with People. He just lit up the room Anytime he was in there, he was always smiling, laughing, and dancing around. Later that December day, following Damari's screams, his mother, Dominique Bailey, and her boyfriend, Kevin Spencer, left the apartment without the child for 24 minutes. According to surveillance footage cited in a police report obtained by People, which lists the case of a homicide as a homicide, the next day, Spencer is seen dragging a trash bag out of the house, according to footage cited in the report. Bailey and Spencer are each charged with murder, endangering the welfare of a child, abuse of a course, and making false reports, according to a set of press releases this weekend regarding the child's presumed death. Spencer, 30, is additionally charged with criminal conspiracy and tampering with evidence. It goes on to say that the 4-year-old had a difficult childhood, Parrish says, noting that Bailey, who had met Damari's father at a homeless shelter. So his dad was in a homeless shelter. He met him in a homeless shelter. Okay. They often got into arguments with family members that she was living with, leading to a set of disruptive moves that took mother and son from Damari's birth state, Texas, to Philadelphia in June 2023. Parrish said he was never really allowed to enjoy being a kid, knowing that when Damari got hungry or upset, she said he was doing too much and tried to keep him locked away. It goes on to say that Damari, who loved dinosaurs and anything Jurassic Park, was mostly nonverbal, and family suspected that he had a learning disability, although he had not been diagnosed. He was starting to get the gist of talking, Parrish said, knowing that he was supposed to go to a speech therapy program. Family became concerned about Damari's whereabouts, Parrish said, when a former friend of Bailey's was told by the child's mother that Damari had been hit by a car and died. Feeling that the mother sounded a little too calm, the friend then contacted Bailey's father. Parrish, who was formerly in the military, has her own 4-year-old son, began the investigation. She said, searching for local articles about traffic fatalities, she found none. There's no evidence that Damari was fatally struck by a car per police report. Okay? And I believe it at that because people, when people do their articles, man, they get detail in it, you know, and I'm just not going to read all that, you know, just look up Damari Carter's name and you should see it yourself. All right. Here's my thing, guys, and I've been saying this for the longest. All right, and I just recently said it again. For some reason, when children develop a disability, a learning disability, or if they are autistic or deemed special needs, for some reason, it's the same thing. The parents, where the mother in this case, do not want to deal with them. They love them to a point. But what point that is, I have no idea. But for some reason, up to that point, they get tired of them and they kill them. Or they get tired of them and let their significant other kill them, as I have done stories like that over here in the past. All right? 1, children didn't ask to be here. 2, they sure as hell did not ask to have a disability. 3, regardless if they have a disability or not, they're still a child that you birthed. And this is why I say to you ladies, y'all got to stop this. Putting men before your child. Okay? But now, I'm gonna give you a fair argument. I done heard where a lot of men put a lot of women before their children. As a matter of fact, let's go further than that. I have seen where it appears that women would treat other people's children way better than they treat their own, and a man would take care of another woman's child better than he take care of his own. I have seen this with my own eyes. Can't make sense of it. I don't understand it. Because if you got that much love for a child that's not yours because of another woman, there should be no reason that you should not have that same love for the young lady or the young man that you help produce. That shit right there just don't make no sense at all. You dog your own children out, but you love on somebody else's kids. How the fuck that works, I don't know. But to y'all who do that, it works for y'all. And I say to y'all, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all some dicks. Y'all are. Because ain't no way somebody else's child should come before yours. And the people who know about it will let y'all do that. And you know what they'll say? I'm only worried about my children, which I can understand that. They only worry about the children. I can understand that. All right? But here's the thing, though. You will want the person who you had the child with ignore their children. You'll make a big fuss about that. So why would you be cool with somebody who has a child? Don't look at their child the same way they look at yours. If anything, I would think you would encourage them and be like, hey, I appreciate you loving on my kids. You know, I see you interact with them. We're good. You know, this, that, and the third. But at the same time, though, I don't see you do the same for your biological child. Maybe you need to take what you're doing with my children, spread some of that over there to your child. Because my children are going to be straight. Your child needs you. All right? If we had people who start doing that, it would help make things a little better when it comes to parenting. But then again, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And I say all this to go with what was going on here. This lady moved her and her child in with this dude. I don't know how long she known this dude. But like I always tell y'all ain't got nothing established or anything like that. Or if they ain't got a steady place to stay at or wherever the hell may be. All right? Moving in like that with your child, it's just something that you just got to be careful with. You do. And unfortunately, by her making this move, somehow it turned to killing him. But her boyfriend is still living. How the hell does that work? But to them, I guess it does work. This woman cares so much about this man that she lied and said her son got hit and struck by a car. Just to protect him. Just to protect him. Her child got hit by a car. That is so sad. That is so sad. Anyway, guys, as always, y'all leave y'all thoughts and y'all comments what y'all think about this story. Rest in heaven, young Damari Carter. And, hey, stay tuned for an update on this one, you know. And I'll see if I can try to reach out to the father if he don't see this video first or the cousin who was talking. Or maybe I get lucky and get both of them and let them come shed some more light on young Damari here. Anyway, I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Thank you for listening. Hey, I'll see y'all next time. And guys, we all got to do better. We all got to do better. All right? Peace out.